Okay, so bare minimum list building. Today I'm going to share with you my approach to doing that. And the first principle is really to focus on content first, like ungated content like social media posts, like blogs, videos, that kind of thing. Focus on that first so you can really cultivate an audience that will be interested in hearing from you via email. So don't be too anxious if you haven't started building your list, or if you haven't, been doing any list building for a while. Just for the time being, focus on that content, and then when you're ready, you'll have an audience that is more interested in joining your list. Point number two is I encourage you to aim for quality over quantity. Now, in most of our marketing training, what we're taught is to build our list quickly and to get it, into like the 5,000 and right up there by the use of freebies and that kind of thing. And I have done that too, followed that advice, but I've done a total backflip on that now, because I know that that approach, A, doesn't feel good, and B, doesn't actually lead to a quality list. You might end up with loads of people on your list, but not many of them know you from a bar of soap, which means they don't really open or respond to anything that you're wanting to say. And I want to be sending messages to people who know me, who want to hear from me. So, I have a much smaller list than I once did, partially because I lost it. I deleted it by mistake. Then I was able to get a little bit of it back. But over the time, I've culled my list as well. And because of these practices that I'm doing, my open rate has gone from around 25% to like 52%. So one of the reasons for that is point number three, is that I am helping my audience make a very conscious choice about wanting to hear from me by email. And I want to show you how I'm going about this, because this is a little bit different. So here's the sign up page for the Quiet Marketing Insider, which is my newsletter. And it's a little bit cheeky. It's got a button here to join the rebellion. It's got a little spiel here about what it means to be an insider and why you would want to do it. And then it's got this final message to say, it's not easy to become an insider. You need to be willing to answer a few questions. And if that all seems like too much work, then just keep following me on Facebook. So when someone wants to join, there's a couple of questions that I ask. And, some people just can't get over that I would kind of dare to ask questions when someone joins my list, but I do, and I feel really good about it. I mean, by the time someone goes through this process, they're pretty damn clear that they want to hear from me. And when I pop up in their inbox, they're not going to be going like, who's that again? Like, they're going to absolutely know. So I'm really pleased to be doing this, and the added bonus is this is collecting market research data that is fully automated, going into a Google spreadsheet, and I can use that information to inform things like what workshop topic to be doing, and other bits of content to create. So let's talk briefly about newsletter frequency. So, when I first started learning online marketing, the training I was doing was suggesting saying this is the only way to do it, 3 emails per week, would you believe? And I think I may have done that once or something, but it didn't feel very good. And then, I kind of was building my list and then not, I've tried all different things. What I have settled on now is really, it's quite a sporadic sending of my newsletter. I'll have a certain inspiration that arises, and I think, yes, I want to share that with my insiders and only them. So it would be something that I'm not sharing on Facebook. Now, that's not to say that my complete newsletter is nothing I've ever shared on Facebook, but there's always I've made it an exclusive part of it. So, that's what works for me. Recently, I kind of decided that maybe I should get more, kind of regimented with my sending, that I should do it, definitely every 4 weeks or every 3 weeks or whatever it was going to be. And when I went then to sort of sit down and write my newsletter, I couldn't, all my creativity just sort of zapped up. And it wasn't until I let go of this idea that I had to send it more regularly or more frequently or more consistently, until I let that go, then the ideas started to flow again. So I would just say send at a frequency that actually feels good to you. And the fifth point is there's an article that I'll be sharing in the description here that MailChimp has put together, and it's about email marketing benchmarks. So this is just a document that is helpful to know about. It covers all of the open and click-through industry averages. So check that out. I think you'll find that helpful. And if there's anything here that you would like to comment on, ask me about, I'd love to hear it. I know that this is kind of different advice to what you find out there. So I'd be really interested to hear what your thoughts are. So thank you for watching. This is Danielle Gardner, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.